Howdy there, folks! Welcome to the most loved Mega Man game ever made. Oh yeah, that's right, folks. It is time for quite possibly the most LP'd video game of all time. It's probably tied between this and Mega Man X. But yes, it is time for the sequel. Yes, the sequel to the original Mega Man. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for Mega Man 2. And so the plot of this game is really very basic, and yeah, the plot is that Dr. Wily, big bad Dr. Wily, well, it turns out that even though we spared him and let his ass go, he was still fucking wanting to conquer the world, so he made his own 8 robot masters, and is now trying to do it all over again. Why he's only made 8 robot masters, I'll never know, but hey, who cares? It's time for Mega Man to go in and kick some robotic ass, right? So yes, it's Mega Man 2. It seems like everybody else's favorite Mega Man game, and it's not hard to see why. It's pretty fantastic. The US or English release, I don't know, in Europe, I'm assuming this game went to Europe, you'll have to forgive me if I'm wrong, but in the English release there are 2 difficulties, whereas in the Japanese version of the game there is only 1. As you saw, I am going to be playing on difficult mode because I've actually never played this game. Ah, birds! Holy shit, what the fuck are birds doing there? Oh my god! As I was saying, I've never actually played this game on normal mode because, well, I just haven't. You may or may not be aware of this, I'm very new to Mega Man games. And so, yeah, anytime I play a new game, I love playing it on a harder difficulty, so that's what I'm used to. But anywho, we're tackling Airman first. We've been going through his stage for like 20 seconds, and we're gonna be here for the next 2.5 minutes or so. Airman's stage is a very good one. I actually think it is the best one to take on first. A lot of folks will argue with me on that and say that a later Robot Master that I'll be fighting is indeed the best one. And while that one definitely has the best payoff, I do not think it is the best choice to take on first. So Airman's stage is very basic, but it is very, very bottomless pit heavy, and so yeah, you want to be making sure you're taking proper jumping precautions. You know, you'd think that Dr. Light would have given Mega Man like a jetpack or something, something simple, but no. But no, of course not. We're just good old Mega Man. So, nothing's really different between Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 1, other than the fact that there are two more Robot Masters than in the original game. And that's pretty much it. Everything that was great about Mega Man 1, for the most part, is here in Mega Man 2. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. The reason I hate Airman's stage, though, is, well, pretty much just because there's so much waiting around. I'm a very impatient person when it comes to these kind of games. I hate just waiting. And so, yeah, I actually don't care much for for Airman stage, but, you know, whatever. Also, is it just me, or do those fat, blowing robots look an awful lot like Mega Man, only, like, really fat? I think they're called Fat Man or something. Don't quote me on that, I'm kidding. Anyway, though, we're almost done with Airman stage, which is good because I'm tired of being here. And Airman is actually fairly famous because somebody made a video about not being able to beat Airman, which I have no idea why. Airman's a fucking pathetic son of a bitch. In fact, I'd actually go as far as to say he's harder to kill with his weakness than with just the Mega Buster. But we'll get into that come, like... Well, actually, we might not. His weakness is Woodman's weapon, which is a shield weapon, which we'll be seeing later, I guarantee it. The thing is, if it touches any of those little tornadoes that he's blowing at you, it just automatically falls off, so it makes it very annoying to hit Airman. But yeah, Airman, fucking pushover. Great Robot Master to take on first. I highly recommend it. I'm not wanting to bog this playthrough down by listing everything I hate about this game, but I do wish, I do have to admit, I wish that this part where they show what you get and what weapons, and the messages from Dr. Light giving us items, I do wish all this went, like, a little bit faster. Just a little bit, because this really seems like it takes an eternity. But by beating Airman, we got Air Shooter, I believe it's called, and item number 2. The real reason I like taking Airman on first is item number 2. This is something that carries on with, like, every Mega Man game. But anywho... Ah, birds! God, they're horrifying! The birds! Anywho, we're taking on Crashman, because he's weak against the not the Mega Buster. Although, I do have to say, the Mega Buster in Mega Man 2 does kill most of the Robot Masters really friggin' quick on its own. Ah, shit. It does kill most Robot Masters pretty quickly on its own. I know a lot of folks are, like, torn. A lot of people think that Mega Man 2 here is, like, the hardest Mega Man game. I don't agree in any way. A lot of the other side of folks, though, like to say that this is the easiest Mega Man game, which I don't agree with that either. I do have to say, I do think it's on the easier side, but the easiest? No way. I haven't played 8 yet, but I will be soon. Haha! And I'll probably record it too, just in case I decide to do a playthrough of it. Haha! But Mega Man 6, I actually think, is far and away the easiest of all the Mega Man games. A lot of folks will disagree with me on that, but I'm just saying. Anyway, we've been going through Crashman's stage for a little bit. I do love his stage music. It's very catchy. You know, that's something that's always good about these old Mega Man games. The music's always catchy. And Mega Man 2 has one of the best soundtracks of all the classic games. I can't, honestly, I don't think it's the best. I know a lot of folks do consider it the best. Keep in mind, though, folks, I have no nostalgic memories of this game. I played it for the first time, I think, almost 2 years ago. It's been closer to, like, a year and 8 months or so. So, I have no nostalgic memory of this game, but I do have to say, it does have a very fantastic soundtrack, as pretty much every Mega Man game does. And yeah. Anyway, Crashman's stage is very vertical, much like a Lek-Man, only it's... easier? It is easier than a Lek-Man stage, I guess. It is more annoying, though. Yeah, I just had to grab that health pellet. I know. You want to make sure you take the right ladder here, because taking the left ladder is a very bad idea. And fucking birds. Since the Mega Buster only shoots in a horizontal direction, I really have no way to take out these little birds. Luckily, they don't hurt that bad, so just press on, as I do here, but still. And be ready, because... surprise, fucking bird! Yeah. But no, that shooty guy on the left, that's why you don't want to take the left, ladder. We just got an energy tank! Energy tanks are first introduced here in Mega Man 2. They are fantastic. What they do is they fully restore your health when used. And yeah, you can only carry 4 energy tanks in Mega Man 2, which, to be perfectly honest, I think is the best, like, the most fair amount. In later games, it gets jumped up to 9, which in some games I think that's fine, but, you know, honestly, I think 4 is a much more fair number. Anyway, it's time now for Crashman! He's weak against the air shooter, and, yep, it's over. The air shooter kills him in 3 hits, and sometimes it hits him multiple times. The only things that you need to know about Crashman, he jumps when you push the shoot button, and he dies really fucking quick. That's all you need to know, folks. But by defeating Crashman, we get the Crash Bomber. A very good weapon. Well, not really weapon. It's more along the lines of a tool, if you want to ask me. I think it's better as a tool. And a lot of folks seem to think Flashman... excuse me. Excuse me. Holy shit. A lot of folks seem to think Flashman is weak against it, which maybe he is. But, yeah, see, the thing about the Crash Bomber is that you can only fire 1, and if it lands on a wall, you gotta wait for it to explode. It's an explosive weapon, and so having to wait until the damn thing explodes really makes it unreliable. I think the Mega Buster ends up being far more effective. Yes, by my logic, I am going out of weakness order. I'm doing this specifically because I hate the next Robot Master we'll be taking on. I hate fighting him without Flashman's weapon and the Crash Bomber. And so, yeah, that's why I do this order. This is why Crash Man's weapon's a very useful tool, though. It can blow up those blocks. Like those wall, block, barricade things, which open up alternative pathways. I have to say, Flash Man stage is one of, like, the least linear. Well, kinda. It's still pretty linear, but there are different pathways to go down. It's a fairly unlinear... It's a fairly non-linear level. And with item 2, we can say, fuck platforming. Something I haven't mentioned that we're going to see actually here in a bit, a very good example. Flash Man stage, for whatever fucking reason, is very, very slippery, and so you will slide all the time. Like that. Oh boy. And that can make things very tough. It's not that bad, though. There are no bottomless pits here. This is a very good level to take on first as well. Anywho, though, using item 2, I was able to get a second energy tank. But anywho, we're taking on Flashman. He has the Flash Stopper, which stops time, and then he can shoot you. He doesn't run into you when he stops time, but he does shoot at you. He's constantly trying to run into you. Don't think he's just going from one side of the room to the other, because no, he is trying to walk into you. The thing is, he's very easy to jump over. He is very easy to jump over, even when you're below him, because he doesn't go very high. You have to do a big jump, but it can be done. Thing is, with me, I tend to get lazy, so I did almost die. I was kicking his ass pretty bad, but I tend to get lazy when I fight him, and I still always win, so that should tell you how easy he is to take on. Another fantastic Robot Master to take out first, if it weren't for what's weak against his weapon. But by beating Flashman, we of course get the Time Stopper. And we get to talk to Dr. Light some more, I guess. I don't know, he doesn't really say anything. He kind of looks like Santa Claus, though, doesn't he? And I mean, he gives us gifts, so he's not that different from Santa, right? Right? Well, this time he gave us item number 3. Probably the most useless of all the items. There are only 3 items in the game. Probably the most useless. Item 2 and item 1 are definitely a million times better. But yeah, we'll see item 3 in just a minute. For now, we're fighting Quickman! Probably my favorite Robot Master in Mega Man 2. I really like how he looks. This is what item 3 does, though. It attaches to a wall, and then it goes up and then down. And yeah, you can use it to get to higher places. Item 1 makes item 3 pretty much useless, though, which we won't be seeing item 1 until Dr. Wily's castle. Holy shit! Oh yeah, folks, you gotta be quick in Quickman's stage. Go fucking figure, because those lasers, instant fucking kill. They touch you once, you will die. I am not kidding, you will die. So that's something to take note of. You gotta be quick. That first part with them isn't too bad, but we'll be seeing them again. The lights do turn on and off in this part of the level, but really, there's nothing here that you'll fall off of or anything. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Now, folks, right here's where a lot of folks die, it seems. You gotta be super fucking fast. They start you off immediately at a disadvantage. I mean, like, immediately. You gotta be very fast. If you're even a second late in this part, you are going to die. The first part with these lasers, a lot more leeway. This one, it's very hard to do in your first time playing. See, I have this part memorized because I'm never gonna forget it. I died like 5 times here my first time playing. It was something else. But yeah, you gotta be very quick, and yeah, it's pretty tough. This is another reason why I like taking on Airman first, is because the air shooter is really good for taking out those gigantic mechs. Very annoying enemies. They do a shitload of damage, so yeah. I love taking on Airman first. Now, you'll have to... Excuse me. Now, I hate fighting Quickman. See, he is weak against Flashman's weapon, in a sense. Flashman's weapon stops time, and it deals damage to Quickman. Thing is, though, it only drains half his health. Now, Quickman, I don't know if he's weak against it or it just kicks his fucking ass, but the Crash Bomber decimates him. Quickman's always trying to run into you, so what I like to do is go up next to the wall, hit the the Crash Bomber on it, and then let it explode. You guys saw it. It drained Quickman's health. That's why I do the order I do. But by beating Quickman, we get the Quick Boomerang, which is fantastic. And you folks, we'll see more of it in part 2. See you folks then.